TV. I'm your host, Chris Kalabukas, and once again we're coming at you live from deep in Silicon Valley, California, the innovation capital of the world. We're talking innovation startups of the future, not necessarily those, not necessarily in that order. You know, one of the first jobs I ever had was working at a snack bar just outside the Toronto City Hall. I mean, it was in this tiny little bunker-like building. So you know how, I don't know if you've ever been to Toronto, but basically there's this giant fountain in front. And then just beside the fountain, and they turned that into an ice rink in the wintertime, just beside the fountain there was this tiny little bunker-like building where half the building they would rent skates during the winter months, and the other half of the building was this tiny little snack bar. And one of the first jobs I ever had was working at this snack bar. Now, the snack bar didn't actually have a name, but my manager called it The Spot. And it had an extremely limited and yet incredibly healthy menu. Hot dogs, potato chips, popcorn, soda, and don't forget dessert, ice cream bars. That's right, folks. So I would go downstairs into the cafeteria, change into my workout scrubs, so it would be like white shirt, white pants, apron, go upstairs, and then for about first 15 minutes after opening, it was super quiet. And then all of a sudden the rush was on. First it came the hobos and the bums. They would be dropping down a bunch of coins on the deck, on the counter, wet coins on the counter they'd fished out of the fountain, asking for a cup of coffee. And then after that, it was person after person after person. It was an amazingly diverse crowd. It was like young, old, men, women, you know, all races, all genders, just one after another. And it was just serve, pile the food out as quickly as you can, get the money as quickly as you can. To make and it was super hot in the summertime. It was boiling, and to make matters worse, the manager really enjoyed listening to top 40 music, so he had one of these ghetto blasters up there tuned to a top 40 station, and about every 40 minutes the same song would play over and over in my head. Believe it or not, that was not the worst job I ever had. I've had way worse jobs where it's all about, you know, office politics and corporate backstabbing, and is that merger going to go through, and are they going to stab you in the back, and furtive whispers in the hallway, and what's going to happen, what's going on, where are we going? You see, the one thing about the job at the Spot was that it's clear. It was focused. It was very, very clear what you had to do. You had to take people's money and give them food. Take money, give them food. Take money, give them food. Five items on the menu. Not very complicated. It was clear. It was focused. It was easy to figure out exactly what you needed to do. Now, I've worked at a bunch of companies where nobody knew what they were doing. Nobody knew what was going on. I've worked at a bunch of startups where everybody's going off in different directions. Nobody really knows what's going on. Nobody knows where anyone is going. And if you ask me, that job is even worse than fast food working at the Spot. So I say to you, think about it. What kind of work do you want to do? What kind of startup do you want to have? What kind of corporate culture do you want to build? Do you want to build a corporate culture where everyone's going off in all different directions, not knowing what they're doing? Or for everyone to have a clear purpose, a clear understanding of where you're going to go and what you're going to do? That, if you ask me, is a great job and a great startup. That's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.